Hey everyone, and thank you for stopping by to Catching Up with the Walkers. We want to spend a little time with you today, and we want to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with us.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you're having a good morning, and I hope you have an amazing day.
Yeah, and if you, what kind of cup you got this morning?
I got strength.
If you haven't grabbed you something to drink yet, go ahead and go get you something. Why not?
I think we need more coffee. We're struggling.
A little bit of strength this morning could go a long way. So hopefully you got something strong in that cup, but not too strong. It's too early for anything like that.
Okay. Strongest thing I drink is Coca-Cola Zero or Dr. Pepper Zero.
I bet the strongest thing that she drinks is that Coca-Cola coffee.
I haven't had that in a long time because it has so much sugar in it.
Did you tell them about? I can't remember if she told you about that or not.
I posted about it on social media.
So a long time ago, what, like 10, 15 years ago, you used to drink the Coca-Cola with coffee, and
Coca-Cola Black. She
used to talk about how great it was, and finally last year,
well, they discontinued it.
Yeah, they didn't make it anymore. I wonder why.
I think I was the only person that liked it.
It sounds horrible. Coca-Cola, coffee, drink. I know, not for me.
I was coaching in college at the time and having to go on lots of volleyball recruiting trips and driving a lot. And energy drinks made me like feel all weird and antsy and things. And so I didn't like drinking those to stay awake. And I wanted something more than just coffee. Because coffee doesn't really do like
jolt you.
Like you're like can't sleep if you drink it at night or something. But I found Coca-Cola Black, Coke, coffee. It kept me awake and I wasn't all jittery.
And they brought it back, so that made you happy, right?
Yes, but now it's like flavored and has a ton of sugar in it. Which I mean, I'm sure it probably did because it had Coke in it, but it's like caramel or whatever now. So I had one the other day. It was good. It's been a while, not the other day, because we haven't been eating sugar for a while. So
yeah,
which I've cheated a lot on that.
We didn't eat sugar up until the point we went to Alaska.
Yeah.
After we got back from Alaska, it's kind of been
iffy.
It's been hit or miss, but we still
doing better.
Still doing better than we were before. Yes. I haven't had like any like major desserts or anything in the last couple of weeks. But we could change that. We could buy some cobbler.
I think I saw you bought some brownie mix.
I did buy a brownie mix. You know why? Because
Mazzy loves brownies.
Our kids love brownies, and Mazzy's birthday is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It will be Tuesday, June 29th, and I'm actually getting her a cake, but she does like brownies, so I thought of her, and I got the brownie mix.
She will be 8 years old. I can't believe she's going to be 8.
My goodness.
I've asked her several times if she'll just stay 2, or go back to being 2.
Not going to happen, but she did like that video you had when she was a 2-year-old.
Yeah. So we're kind of rambling, but we are so glad and blessed that you guys tune in to listen to our ramblings.
Yeah.
What are we talking today?
So
what are we talking today? What are we talking about
So
today?
we were talking earlier about it, back and forth about what we're going to talk about, and I think we just go back and just address this right now.
Oh, jeez.
So this fast forward yesterday.
Fast forward?
Or rewind. It's early. Rewind yesterday. I was going to pick up Ranger. He stayed at a friend's house. And I messaged Cassie and said, hey.
No, you called me.
Okay, I can't remember. I called you. Yeah, that's right. Because I was driving.
Because I thought something was wrong.
Because I was driving.
You don't ever call.
And I said, hey, do you want something
usually text.
from Sonic? Because...
Well, I said, are you getting something for all the kids? I was wondering if you were sick.
No, I'm not going to get like sugary drinks.
Well,
if they get Sonic drink, they're getting like slushes.
Yeah, and it was almost bedtime, and so I'm like, what? I was so confused because I thought if we get stuff, we always get stuff for the kids. But Gary was like, no, just for us. And I was like, oh,
I was trying to be.
We can do that?
I was trying to be sweet.
You were sweet.
I was trying to be nice.
And I appreciated it.
Well,
the kids said, why did you get that? I said, because Daddy got it for me. I didn't get one. I said it was something special for Mama.
That's right. So I called Nasser. Do you want anything? I'm going to pick you up something if you want something because
I think because you wanted something.
I thought that you would like something. I really couldn't even think of what I wanted once I got there. That was the sad thing.
What'd you end up getting?
I got a basically sugar-free. I wanted the crushed ice is what I wanted. I can't even remember. I was like, all right, what's sugar-free on this menu and what doesn't have caffeine? And so it was like a sugar-free flavored water thing.
Oh.
But it was good. No complaints. But I did have a complaint after I got home.
Drink some more coffee.
We're just gonna bring it all out right here. So, what are your pet peeves? What is your biggest pet peeve? That's what I wanted to talk about today. Not directing it towards Cassie. I don't want that. Put on her or put on me. But we'll talk about what is your biggest pet peeve and.
What is your biggest pet
Well,
peeve,
that's
Gary?
what we're going into here. So bringing that drink to Cassie, it was great. I got home. I think she might even gave me a kiss on the cheek. I don't remember, but she was happy.
In case I forgot.
I think I made her at least her hour at that
Yes.
moment.
It was like happy hour.
Yeah, happy hour from Sonic. So after the drink was done.
I moved on to the good stuff.
The good stuff, which is in a Sonic drink, is the ice. And because she got a cherry limeade, is the limes. I have no issue with the limes. Limes are great.
You had limes in yours too. I saw you eating them.
They don't ask for lime. They don't, because I really wanted a lime drag.
Oh.
And I didn't have a lime drag. I was like, can you put some limes in there?
There's no good lime drags around here anymore.
Yeah. So lime.
Cherry limeade.
Cherry limeade. Cassie had limes, and I was like, I want some limes. I got limes. They'll put limes in anything. They'll give you shots of vanilla, shots of cherry. I was like, I don't want any of that, but give me some limes. We're getting off topic, but along with the limes comes Sonic Ice. So I don't know if you guys have Sonics in your area. I know they're not everywhere in the world. In the United States, I don't know where
Are you going to move to where they don't have them so you don't have to hear me chomp on my Sonic Ice?
So, after the limes were done, Cassie started eating the ice. And this is one of my biggest pet peeves, is listening to...
I'm eating it, watching this way, I can feel you staring at me.
Is listening to people crunching...
Which I don't chew with my mouth open, but...
their ice.
And I do it as quiet and as slow as possible. But it's ice.
I know, it's ice.
He also doesn't like chips or sunflower seeds.
It's just the really loud noises. And if I'm eating, I'm okay
Gary
with
will
it.
say, I'm going to go get some chips so I don't have to listen to you.
If somebody else is eating it and I'm like, and I'm sitting there listening, and then I have to go get something to eat as well. Now, something that helps with that is headphones. Or earplugs.
Good thing I got you some for your Father's Day present.
Or leaving the room.
Sometimes he's like, I'm going to bed.
And I'm not
rude about it.
I'm not trying to start a fight here. Now Cassie, on the other hand, she's ready to go. I think about half the time when it comes to these pet peeve things. But my biggest pet peeve is crunching ice. And I have a little bit of history about that. You might know about it, but might not. But
at work?
Yeah. So yes, at work, I went through a time when I was in this shared office space with somebody, and there was a cubicle situation. Years
what
and
if
years.
They watch our channel?
She probably doesn't. Oh, like now I narrowed it down to him or her. They probably don't watch this channel, and if they do, I love them anyway. So it's nothing bad. It's just my pet peeve. It's my problem. It's not their problem. They enjoy their ice. You were enjoying your ice.
I thought that was that person with the sunflower seeds.
No, it was ice.
Oh, because they would go.
No, that's a different person.
Oh, jeez. I don't know about the ice person.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a sunflower guy. And then an ice girl. When they were down there. So this ice person would do just that. They would sit at work basically all day and chomp ice. And then I bought really good headphones and it helped. But I had to listen to that, and then anytime I sit down and you like start trying to, and it's mainly when I try to concentrate.
It's like PTSD.
Yeah, when you flashbacks from you doing it is, but it's mainly when I try to concentrate is when it really gets to me. So like when I'm like thinking or working or trying to like do things that make my brain work, then it bugs me. But that's my pet peeve. I think I've said enough about it. So what is Miss Cassie's biggest pet peeve?
Nothing, because I love you so much.
No, not about me.
Oh.
Not directed at me. Just in general. I mean, this ice thing, trust me, it started way before you. Like, you don't even halfway own credit for this.
Okay, so if you want to know my biggest pet peeve, and it's not something you do.
It can be something I do too, but just in general,
My
what's your
biggest pet peeve is when people sigh really loudly.
Like,
like, you know, a natural sigh comes out if something happens, or you're like, oh, or, you know, like those type of things. But when people like over exaggerate sigh to like get people's attention, or dramatic, like everyone look at me, I'm having a dramatic moment. Like, I can't stand that. Like
adults, children,
yes,
or both?
Mainly adults, but if children do it, it drives me nuts too. I'll say, did you sigh at me? Mazzy went through a point where she would sigh, and I'm like, are you sighing? So I guess that's
any horror
it gets
stories?
Me all worked up.
Any of the top, like the top of the top, like what was the worst sigh that you've ever experienced? Do you remember? I mean, it's got to be like burned into their brain.
No, just when people over dramatically sigh for attention.
Okay, well, if you guys ever meet Cassie in person and you're a sigher, just leave that sigh at home, and it will make her happy. Right? Right?
What'd you just call me?
I almost called you Sigh. So, you guys remember Duck Dynasty, and they're still, I think maybe they're still on.
I don't know.
But
we haven't had regular TV in 12 years.
But I think they're probably still on. I know we watched
8 years.
I watched the podcast that they have on YouTube, so I get to catch up with the Robertsons there, doing their thing and their podcast, which is great. I think it's on at like 3 p.m. Central Time. So Cy Robertson, though, he had that glass,
Teacup.
that tea glass he always carried around. That's one of my goals in life, just to be like, put all my goals out there.
To carry a cup?
When I get
or be recognized for that?
No, I just want to be.
You can't drink tea after 2, so when you're retired, you probably can't drink tea at all.
I just want to have the same cup I carry around all day. Oh. Like, it's my cup. Like that's my cup. It's probably an old Tupperware cup is what it was. It was. So, but that's our biggest.
I don't think the duck was on there when they made theirs.
When they made it,
they put a duck on it.
Yeah, the ones I've seen have a duck on it.
Yeah.
So those are our biggest pet peeves, and they're really not that big, but I'm pretty sure if I was talking to Cassie and maybe a little heated conversation, and I started sighing, oh, she'd punch me. It would be bad. And if she goes to be chomping ice all day long, I guess I'd have to get some headphones or turn the thermostat up until that ice melts. One of the two. I don't know what we'd do. But what's your biggest pet peeve?
Yeah, put them down in the comments below. What is your biggest pet peeve? I'm sure some of them were ours too, that were like, oh, we forgot about that. Because you don't think about it till you like see it or hear it or smell it or whatever. And then you're like, ugh. So let us know what your biggest pet peeve is. It'll be interesting to read.
Yeah. One other thing we wanted to do before we move on to planning and praying was a question that came up about the reckless beef giveaway. We've had several people that say they bought shirts and there was nowhere to put beef into the little comment section or anything. Well, that's because when you buy a shirt on their website, you already give them your name, you give them your address, and you give them all the details they need for you to put that into the drawing. So don't worry about it. If you buy a shirt, you're automatically entered with 3 chances for the Reckless Beef giveaway.
Yep.
And just in case you forgot to go buy you a shirt or go donate, the description below will have the link to go and do that stuff.
Yeah, so only if you just want to donate $5, $10 or whatever and you don't want a shirt, that's when you need to comment Reckless Beef or beef. That way they know that donation is specifically for that. If you buy the shirt, they know you're wanting in the beef drawing. So the only people that buy the shirt are the ones wanting in the drawing, or they're automatically in the drawing. So like Gary said, they have your name from your shipping and all that. So your name will go in there 3 times. If you have no idea what we're talking about, we donated half a beef to the Reckless Saints of Nowhere, who are a nonprofit who get addicts into treatment at no cost to them or their family. And I think a lot of people were confused. They thought that that's like the actual facility. This is just a group of people that take people to different facilities that they work with and help them and mentor them and things like that. So they're a nonprofit group that help people find rehabilitation centers to go to.
Yeah, they're the link between the families and the rehabilitation centers, because a lot of times there's nobody out there putting out the word that help's available. And a lot of times it does cost money to get into these rehabilitation centers, and Reckless works to get them into them. So they work to earn funds. They do lots of different jobs as far as like mowing yards, painting houses, cutting wood, just any odd and end job that they can do. They have a Reckless work crew, and then they sell shirts. So that also earns money for them to put people into treatment. So while they don't have their own treatment center, they pay treatment centers because a lot of times they might get some funding from one place or another, but they don't always have enough to get in. And the year-long programs, they require a good amount of funding.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much, though. That really means a lot to us, that you guys have been willing to go out and support them just as we do. And it's a great cause. We have personally been affected by it just from what we have seen through foster care and being involved in the foster care process. More times than not, it's because somebody, one or both parents, have been in some type of addiction. And so this is our way to support something that we wholeheartedly care about, hopefully before it ever gets to that point.
Yes.
So as far as catching up with us lately, you've probably hopefully seen that video we put out with our runner ducks. We moved them out to our garden. We have this crazy idea that they're going to go through and just get all the bugs out of our garden, and we won't have to worry about any squash bugs or grasshoppers or anything anymore. Will it work out like that?
We might go out and not have a garden left.
They might eat all of our garden up. So we want to find out, though, and they needed a bigger pen anyway.
Yes.
And we got.
And we love Premier One fencing, so
yeah, hopefully
give it a shot.
Hopefully it'll work out. We'll see.
Yeah. And then the video before that was when our Amish friends came and baled our hay, and that was a lot of fun for the kids to see. Our kids have seen it, but our new angels, and we had some visitors here. My best friend came in from Texas, and their son has actually been on one of our videos before, sitting on your lap and helping you move the front end loader up and down on the tractor. So, but they were here, and he loves tractors, and so all those tractors out in the field, that was awesome for him to get to see. So you guys did a great job guessing how many bells we got. We got 70 bells, right? Some guessed right on, and lots guessed close, and lots were way off. But it's hard to tell out there, depending on the grass and all that. But when the Amish come and do our hay every year, they knock it out quick, and they do an awesome job. And then Gary gets it put up quickly. Yeah,
no complaints on my side from their work. They always do a great job. And it went really well this year. We've got it up in a hurry. And we'll be turning our 2 steers for Reckless Beef out on that hay pasture so they can finish out their days out there, getting all the green grass they can, being separated from the cattle, so we can give them a little extra grain as we finish them off. So as far as what's coming up, you can look forward to our alpacas getting sheared. And I've had a few people ask, why in the world did you get alpacas? And it's really hard to explain. We might actually do a video over it someday. But we really like...
Our video, though, explained it on Walker Farm Fam.
I thought so.
About our youth pastor moving and stuff, but...
Yeah, that explained how we got them. But people, I think, wonder why would we take them, like, as far as what do we have plans to do with them?
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, that's my question.
Walker Funny Farm.
They're a really unique animal. They're a lot of fun. They're low maintenance. I mean, you get them sheared once a year. But
people say they're great guards to your goats and things. So
yeah, they're supposed to help with keeping.
These two don't seem very mean though.
Maybe if you try to take the grain from them, they get pretty selfish when it comes to their grain. But they don't spit on you. A lot of people said, oh, they'll spit on you. We had them for years, about 3 years. I only got spit on one time, and it was when I got between two of them around eating time, and they were going at each other. And so I've never been, like I've wrestled them and stuff and pulled them into trailers. I've never been spit on.
They've never just looked at you and been like,
no. So we really enjoy them though, and we'll hopefully get to share a lot with you guys about them, and maybe you'll come to enjoy them too.
Yeah, and so at the end of the video, we always talk about prayer requests and things. We want to thank you guys so much for always going down in the comments and reading the prayer requests, and also commenting that you're praying for the prayer requests that we put out. A couple of weeks ago when we were staying in the treehouse cabin for our wedding anniversary, we asked you to pray for a lady in our community that was very sick and not doing well, and she's got to come home. She's doing much better, and it was like she was really going downhill, and then all of a sudden it just turned and she's been doing great. So we truly appreciate you guys for praying. Your prayers have been heard and she's doing great. Also other prayers, we asked you to pray for Cynthia and her son Carlos, and she has emailed me and kept me up to date. Continue to pray for their situation and what they're dealing with, and we appreciate that. Have anything else? No,
there were just several different ones this week, and so as Cassie said, if you guys will just scroll through those comments, and if you see somebody asking for prayer, just give them a thumbs up or a heart or prayer.
Praises also. Yeah, people follow up and say, hey, I've been asking you to pray for my husband, he's doing better, or I'm doing better, or I got a good report, and so that's always great and encouraging as well. Yeah, it's one thing for somebody to step out and ask for prayer, but when they know that there are other people praying along with them, that's probably can be some of the people's worst time of their life. And so it might just mean a little bit thing for you to do, but it might mean the world to that person. So thank you guys so much for doing that. We really do appreciate it, and we continue to go through there and pray for you as well. So that's all the time we got this morning. We got to get to work, get the kids around, and start getting our day going. But we want to thank you for tuning in. We hope you have a great day. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys.